another Transformers Revenge of the Fallen review. This time we're going to be looking at the Deluxe class Sideways. Not Barricade, even though it very much looks just like Barricade, but he is Sideways. So here we have Sideways in his vehicle mode, and it is I believe a Audi R8, I think, I'm not sure, just from what I remember. But interesting note is that it does not have any Audi logos on it, and I think Audi's is made by GM, and on the back of the box it didn't have the car name on it on the package, nor did it have a GM logo on it. So I don't think GM sponsored this vehicle if Audi's made by GM. So I don't think this is an officially licensed vehicle. But either way, it still greatly resembles the Audi, and it's rather slick looking in my opinion. Has a very metallic-y looking silver paint on it. If you look real close, you can see some of the little metallic flakes in it, and it really makes it look real slick, especially in your hand. It's a real nice looking. Even all the pieces hold together very well for how flimsy it can be, especially while transforming it. It does have some molding on the back here, which look like where an engine could go, but I'm not sure if this kind of car has the engine in the back or under the hood, so that's just pure speculation. I really like how they did the headlights. It's just clear plastic, and it's a peg going to the hole where it snaps onto the molding of the car. But that's done real well, and it gives a very good headlight look inside the plastic. A lot of Transformers are doing that now, and it's a nice little habit they're doing. Other than that, it rolls okay if you get everything aligned. Like right now, I do not have these back wheels adjusted just right, so these will stick a little bit and kind of just not roll very well. But the front wheels are pretty much easy to get them lined up. It's just the rear ones. It's especially just in my case, it's can be a little bit difficult. But that aside, it's still a pretty standard Deluxe class car mode. That's very shiny. Alright, so let's get on to the transformation. First, we're going to start by pressing this button here. It's actually two buttons, and it's going to activate the Mecha Live gimmick. Press one of them, that'll flip up. Press it again. These two wheels will flip up, which is a very cool little feature that they did. It's a lot better than the Automorph gimmick, which was more or less useless. While this adds more like they're alive. Alright. Might as well tell you what I'm doing. What I'm going to be doing is getting these sections here by the doors, which will become the arms, and spreading them out. There we go. Out, and go ahead and extend them. That. Then get this little piece here out of the way. Can drop this down here and fold that down to give a little bit of support. Then you can go ahead and fold this up and in all the way, and do that once more for the other side. And then I figured this one ball joint is very loose. It doesn't stay secure very well. I'm not sure if it's just mine, but this one particular leg just seems to pop off whenever it just wants to. Okay, there we go. Then we can go ahead and take these sections right here and flip these up all the way just to kind of get them out of the way. Then, not sure if you'll be able to see very well, but I'm going to be taking that peg and putting in this hole right here. There we go. That'll secure the waist to the torso. Let's get these arms down. You can go ahead and flip this section up, which will reveal the head. This part's a little tricky here. Just this is the best way I can figure to do it. I mean, this is, I'm imagining these are supposed to tab in here somehow, but just the resistance it gives is a little difficult. I'm sure someone can correct me on how I'm doing this, but it's not quite the easiest thing. There we go. Yep, they just both snapped in place. Then we can take this, fold it up like that. See the Decepticon symbol there. Then fold these doors up. Then just position these. There goes the leg again. Position the front section of the vehicle with the headlights just however you want. There's no real set way of doing it. I think that looks nice like that. Put his leg back on. And there you have sideways in robot mode. I'm not standing up because look at his feet. How can you stand on those? So what I like to do if I'm just displaying them is rotate these down to kind of give a extended heel action. It just makes it a lot easier for him to stand up. Like that. Works for me. And if you want to pick him up and mess around with him, then you can fold him up. But if you're just going to be just displaying him straight up like this, I think that's the best way to go. He does have a lot of detailing, especially in his arms. When you get up real close, he has a saw right here that spins. It's very nice. His elbow here, it just looks very mechanical. Looks like the inside workings of a clock, in my opinion. Just very circular, and let's see all kinds of gears. This is another Mecha Life gimmick right here. When you move his shoulder, not shoulder, his elbow, this other gear will move. It looks like living machinery, which is, I guess, what they're going for with the Mecha Live. It's a lot better, in my opinion. It's really well done. I can get by, except his legs popping off all the time. This part right here, all the red, looks like it's missing so much paint. It just sticks out like a sore thumb, and it's kind of distracting, but it's something you're going to have to deal with unless you really want to paint it, which I really don't feel a need to. I shouldn't have to paint it, but it looks, if it was painted right, it would give it so much more detail instead of, if you're looking from a distance, give it this kind of a big red blob in his torso. Let me get him standing. One thing. We did not always know this was a new character named Sideways. Does this look familiar to you? It's a rather shiny sports car, insectoid head, wheels, spinning wheels for weapons, kind of a chicken leg, headlights on the chest, and windows sticking up on his back. It looks real familiar to me, and I think it pretty much looked familiar to everyone else. Everyone thought it was a new Barricade. You can pretty much see a resemblance there, even in the head. they look very similar, but it has been confirmed that this is not a reincarnation of Barricade and an entirely new character named Sideways. I absolutely love this figure. I mean, I'm just in absolute awe of this thing. It is real detailed. It's amazing. It's posable. It's not bulky at all. It pretty much it looks very fast. It looks like, especially when you look at it from distance at an angle, it looks like he would be a sprinter in the marathon or something. It looks like he would be a real fast runner, as opposed to Barricade here, who's real clunky and just wasn't very good for me. It's just bulky and cheap feeling at certain times. But this one, I'm absolutely adoring. He is my second favorite Deluxe so far. He's very alien. He goes very well with the movie line of thinking of Transformers. He's just, I can't say enough, but I am really surprised by how much I like him. He looks real good once you get him up close and have him in your hand. Another little thing, I think it would have been a nice little nod to everyone. He does have real thin legs like an insect. He has a rather insected head, and his doors stick up at an angle like wings. I think they could really could have got by calling him Kickback as a nod to the G1 Insecticon. I think it could have worked like that. So let's just get some close-up looks of him. You can see just how amazingly detailed his head is. It looks evil, in my opinion. It just looks perfect for the character, I think. Now, if it'll go with the Armada and Cybertron versions of Cybertron, where the name Sideways has been like a character that usually is in the middle, where he switches between Autobot and Decepticon, is yet to be seen. Let's look at the back. I'm not sure if he's just going to be a full-fledged Decepticon or like his namesake, where he can switch between Autobot and Decepticon allegiance. I think that would be interesting. Turn in the character to be like that, as other Sideways have been. But if he just turns out to be a full Decepticon, I don't mind. I definitely recommend getting Sideways. He's one of the best Deluxes. My second favorite out of the Revenge of the Fallen Deluxes so far. And even just going with the first movie lines, he's one of the best Deluxes out of any movie toy figure, in my opinion. He's a must-have. He's absolutely unique and just awesome to look at once you get him in your hand. I 100% recommend him. I'm not disappointed at all. Alright, until next time, thanks for watching.